Hi everyone, this is Lydia from Printable Perfection, and in this video we're going to be discussing commercial use fonts. What I didn't realize when I started making printables to sell was that even fonts can be copyrighted. So you can't just go into your program, whether it's Microsoft Publisher or Canva, you can't just go there and pick whichever font you want to put on your printable. You have to choose ones that have a commercial use license. So I'm going to show you some ways to find commercial use fonts and how to download those and get those ready to use. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go to Google and we're just going to type in free fonts for commercial use. Okay? Type that in and search for it. And on mine, the first one that comes up is Font Space. So I'm going to open that one. I'm going to open it in a new tab so I don't lose my list. And here it just gives you a ton of different fonts. And it says here that all of these fonts are for commercial projects, zero license fees. So any one that's here under this commercial use tab can be used. So you just scroll down, find one that looks fun. Okay, this one's kind of neat. It's kind of got a 3D look. So let's say I want sunny spells. Okay, I go over here and we are going to click on it. This just gives you a better example of what it looks like. You can go down here and see what it looks like at different sizes and all the characters. It tells you a little bit about it, okay? And then if you're sure that this is the one that you want, then you go here to download. It says free download. I'm going to click that. So what it's going to do is download a file that's a zip file. For ease, I'm just going to stick that on my desktop. Okay, you go to the font, you double click that, and this just gives you another example so you can see what it's going to look like. And if you want to do that, you click install. Okay, and then that installs it onto your computer so you can use it in programs like Publisher or Word. So now if I go here into Publisher, I can make a text box. And then it was called what? Sunny Spells. There it is. I change it. And now when I type, I'm using my new Sunny Spells font. Okay? So that's how you would choose a font and install it on your computer from a site like Font Space. Okay, so again, let's say, I'll show you one more. We want to use Rusty Hooks. We're going to click it. Scroll down, it shows you more information about it until you get to this free download. Download it, go to the file, and then you're going to install it. Okay, so that's free fonts. I've also used this 1001 fonts. Now you have to be careful on this site because you see here that this is green. So that means it's only showing fonts that are free for commercial use. If I click on that, then it's going to show me ones that are for personal use. That means I cannot download this one and use it on something I intend to sell. I can only use the commercial use ones. So I'm going to highlight that again. And now here I've got all these different fonts, just a ton of different ones. You see page after page of fonts. Let's pick another one. Um, Let me see. Which one of these looks neat? Not really liking any of those. Dutch coffee. Okay, that one could be fun. Let's try that. So you would come over here, you'd click download. Again, it's going to give you a file. You save the file. And once you open the file, you can either click on your download to open it or go back to um, wherever you downloaded it. Then you highlight it or you double click it, I'm sorry, and then you go to install. So now I go to my thing and I can change this to my Dutch coffee font. So there are certain projects that might be fun. As you can see, some of them don't have punctuation. That exclamation point is not in the font, but the letters itself is. And when you go into the file here, it actually shows you okay, what all of the characters are going to look like. If you can see that right up here. So that's a couple of websites you can go to get completely free fonts to download and use on your computer. If you have a budget and you would like to, spend some money and purchase some fonts, then you can go to Etsy and you can type in commercial use fonts. And like here's a bundle. You get 200 different fonts for only $7. That's not bad. There's all different prices, all different options. Here's 2,500 fonts for $4.32. That's a steal. So let's say you want that. You would go into this. But you always want to be sure, okay? Just because I typed in commercial use up here, I want to go into the description and right here in um, the description here, it says commercial use. So I know that that one's okay. Sometimes you may have to scroll down and read their description down here, but you want to be sure because some people only license them for personal use and you don't want to cheat and you don't want to steal somebody's hard work and violate that. So make sure they're for commercial use. So this would be a bundle for that price. That's a really good deal. You could buy it and then download these. They would send you an email. You download the files into your computer and again use them for your printables. Okay, another website that I like to use is called Creative Fabrica. So I'm going to go to that one. That's what this looks like. Now, I have an account. I'm not logged in because I wanted to show you what it would look like if you were not logged in. Let me try to get to the home page. Okay, so when you first go there, this is what it's going to look like. Right now, they're doing giveaways. So throughout the year, if you get on their mailing list, they will give away free stuff through the year, free files. Maybe worth checking into, but you can click on fonts here. And as you can see, they have them sorted kind of a category. Now, one thing to be aware of with Creative Fabrica, if you do not have a subscription, then you are going to pay per product, like this one font. Let's say you want to use this one, it's $1.50. Once you purchase it, you can use it for whatever you want to make for the rest of your life. Okay, it's yours. And as you can see, there are different pricings from cheap to kind of pricey for some fonts. You can also get collections and bundles, but there's a lot of really fun ones, as you can see. Now, the other option is to get a subscription because once you have a subscription, let me show you. I'm going to log in to my subscription. Then, if I go to that same font, it doesn't have a price. I can just download it. With a subscription, you can download anything you want from the site as much as you want while you have that subscription. So I could go on here and download all 174,000 fonts if I wanted to for the price of that one subscription. But the catch to doing that is that you can only use those items on things you're going to sell while you have the subscription active. So if at any point I cancel my subscription, I can no longer use the things that I downloaded. Now, they make it cheap enough, okay? So here you can add to your current subscription. Sometimes it's a lot cheaper. I don't know. I got mine for just a few dollars for the whole year. And I accidentally clicked this purchase now one day and added a whole nother year. So I've got Creative Fabrica for like 3 years. But it's a pretty good deal, even at $47 for the year, because if you came in here and bought even just 3 or 4 bundles or 3 or 4 products, you're going to spend that $4 a month. So that's an option. If you have a little bit of budget, you might consider Creative Fabrica. Okay, now let's talk about Canva because I know a lot of printable creators use Canva. I do sometimes. So we're going to go to Canva. We're going to start a new document. We're going to go to custom size. I've already done a search for 8.5 by 11. So here it is. And then let's just put in a text box so I can show you. All right, so that's how you put in text. Now, with the free Canva account, the only fonts you can use are the ones that are already installed. Now, there's a good long list of them, but you can only use what's on that list. If you have the Pro account, you see down here it says upload a font, but it's got that crown. Anything on Canva with a crown next to it is only for those with the Pro account. So if you have the Pro account, you can go to those other websites we've already looked at. You can download your fonts and then upload them here into Canva and use them. But with the free account, I can't do that. So I have to make sure that the ones in this list are free for commercial use. I can only use the ones that I check out. So there is a site, if I go back to my search from earlier of free commercial use fonts or free fonts for commercial use, Canva does have a website that gives you a list of free commercial fonts. What I found though is that some of the ones on this list are not actually on Canva. So you can download these to use them on your computer. You have to do a search if there's one you really like and see, is this one that's downloaded onto Canva? For example, I like teen. I use that on my publisher, but when I go over here to Canva, teen is not actually downloaded. But I know, let me look, there's another one that I know is, it's called Old Standard. See this one. So when I go to Canva and I search for Old Standard, it's right here. So I can use this one on my printables if I want to, on my commercial printables, but I can't just go to this list and use any font that I want. I have to be sure that they are commercially licensed. All right. So that is how to find and download commercial use fonts. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, if you liked the video, please click the like button. And would you please subscribe to my channel if you want to see other videos on how to make your printables perfection. Thanks.